Sending money back home is expensive, slow, and time.
From a life on your own to a family of your own. From small passions to huge successes. From the saddest endings to happier beginnings. From walking her to school to walking her down the aisle. Whatever change, one thing that's constant is home. Celebrating 30 years of life moments. Avita.
Hey! This is Kuya Jay, and welcome to the latest episode of Finance Friday. This is a weekly program where I interview entrepreneurs, personal finance personalities, and purpose driven individuals to learn more about their stories and mindset to help you prosper with a purpose. We are streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. And of course, this episode will be available sa Aking Pera and Purpose podcast na nasa Anchor, Spotify, and Apple Podcast. Kaya if ever you miss this live event, then don't worry kasi you can catch up sa aking podcast. And na-excite lang talaga ako, sorry. Gusto ko na siyang kausapin. Kakatapos lang namin sa isang webinar and we jumped onto this talk that we'll be having kasi nga ang guest natin today is isang hardinero na milyonaryo. I learned about him through Miss Salve. So Miss Salve Duplito, maraming pong salamat for introducing me sa ating guest this evening. And of course, before we begin, I'd like to say thank you muna sa 9,000 viewers that we have right now. I hope you can like, share, and subscribe na rin sa aking YouTube channel, by the way. So, mayroon tayong po-promo today or prize today. Hashtag nyo lang. Hashtag prosper with a purpose, and then tag your friend, and then share this to your to the people who might benefit from this event or from this live episode. So, kayo ba guys ay iniisip nyo na parang nahihirapan na kayo sa inyong work and all, pero parang hindi enough yung sweldo eh. And akala, ang thinking kasi natin mga Filipinos is for us to become rich and earn or invest or what to grow our network, the only way is for us to have a better or bigger income. Pero papatunayan ng ating guest this evening na pwede natin siyang gawa ng paraan even nag-start tayo at a lower income. Okay? Kasi siya ay isa sa ating mga fellow overseas Filipinos sa Italy. And ang dami niya na pagdaanan bago siya umabot dun sa kung nasan man siya ngayon. And mamaya, he will share his experiences kung ano ba ang kanyang mga ginawa para ma-improve ang kanyang financial situation and para mas lalo pang mapabuti ang buhay ng kanyang pamilya. So, before I introduce our guest, I'll just tell you more about what he is doing and where he's from. So, in the Philippines, he is a former college instructor, an AMA sa AMA University, and also from Divine World College of Lawag. And also, he was a basketball coach. Wow, grabe ha. Paturo tayo niyan later on. And in Italy, he started as a driver and helper. Currently, isa siyang gardener doon with a lot of side hustles like pag-waiter, house cleaner, and food delivery. Pero, eto yon, meron siya mga ventures like being a stock market investor or trader, and is also a freelance graphic designer or graphic artist, and also a web developer. Isa rin siyang entrepreneur by selling branded shoes, and also an investor sa mga mutual funds, and definitely, just like me, he's also a financial literacy advocate. Ayun! So let us welcome our guest for today, si Mr. Hardinero, Aries Baloran, bro! Ay, sorry, napindot. Ayan, bro!
Hey!
Magandang araw sa iyo dyan.
Magandang araw
Kamusta?
sa ating host. Magandang araw sa lahat ng pamilya natin.
Oo. Maayos ba yung audio ko dyan? Okay naman?
Okay naman bro. Ako, okay ba? Okay ba?
Oo, okay naman. Sa bagong lahat, oo.
Oh, bro.
alam ko busy ka ngayon kaya inagahan natin tong schedule na to para sa iyo talaga to eh. Ikaw ang man of the hour. Kasi nga ito sabi ni Mato, Lagares Kuya Jay, oo, kakatapos lang ng kaka-host lang ng webinar with Ayala Land, and thank you so much pala doon sa mga umattend. And I think umattend ka rin doon, 'di ba, bro? So marami tayong attendees kanina. And ang dami nilang tutunan sa ating event. So, yung mga hindi nakapanood, mapapanood niyo yung replay noon in the future pa. So, yon. So bro, alam mo na intriga talaga ako sa story mo eh. Nung sinabi ni Miss Salve na ginest ka niya before sa kanyang show. Oo, and sabi niya, hardinero to milyonaryo. So, bago natin itakel yung ginawa mo para maging milyonaryo, no? Gusto ko malaman, bro, ano ba yung naging buhay mo sa Philippines before you went to Italy? And bakit ka ba nagpunta ng Italy in the first place?
Yan. Bago ko sagutin niya bro, grabe. It's my privilege, it's my honor to be on your program. Alam mo, pinagmamasdan ko this previous days yung sa cover photo mo. Grabe yung mga idol ko yung, hindi lang idol pare, yung mga superheroes ng financial life ng sila yung mga the people I look up to in the likes of Sir Efren Reyes, Salvador Plito, Rienzi Villoana, and so many others. Sabi ko, wow, ang bibigat. Ako na lang yata yung pinakamagaan.
Hindi, no? Of course not. Ang gine-guess natin dito are people who are really inspiring so many Filipinos para ayusin ang kanilang finances. Ako, I am also inspired by your story. Kaya gusto kitang kausapin right now kasi I always believe na success leaves clues eh. And whatever it is that you've done, kayang replicate yan ng mga Filipinos through our
Yeah.
program. 'Di ba? So sige bro, i-share mo siya sa atin.
Okay, sabi mo
Paano ba yung
naman,
buhay mo before ka nagpunta ng Italy? How was it?
yeah, nasabi mo naman na I was a college instructor. At the age of 19, I started teaching na sa Pilipinas. Hindi pa ako gumagraduate doon sa AMA University. They are telling me, hey, if you have plans to be instructor, work with us. So, nagtrabaho sa kanila for 3 years and then after that, I transferred sa Divine Word College of Lawag. Hello out there! Sa mga nanonood from Divine. Hey, and I worked another 3 years doon and isa rin akong basketball coach. And then, I decided to come in Italy. For what reason? Pero bago ko kwento yan, may magandang interesting story eh. Before ko niligawan kasi yung aking asawa, I do not know na pupunta siya ng Italy. So I have no idea. Basta gusto ko siyang ligawan, ganyan lang. And then, tinawag ako ng parents niya and they told me, kung pwede, huwag ko muna siyang asawahin. Kasi pupunta muna ng Italy. And then, okay.
Okay.
So, from 2007, imagine mo, from 2007, umalis siya by August. 2011 siya bumalik. Inantay ko siya. 4 years, bro. Nagantay ako sa kanya.
Wow.
And then, faithful, bro. Faithful. And then,
sana all.
and then, ito yung very interesting. Di ba, kinasal na kami. April 2011, 25.
Aha.
Ang challenge ko sa kanya, kasi we prayed kung anong gagawin namin dalawa. Ang sabi ko sa kanya, uwi ka na lang sa Pilipinas. Total, stable naman ang trabaho ko and everything. Pero sabi niya, no, sayang yung ating pagkakataon in Italy. So sabi ko sa kanya, okay, let's pray for it. And then, if you could get me in Italy for a year, I will sacrifice everything at pupunta ako dyan sa Italy. Alam ko naman kung ano magiging trabaho dyan. I'm going to sacrifice everything. And prior to that, before I fly papunta dito sa Italy, I was about to finish my master's in information technology. Patapos na ako noon. Oh, bro.
Grabe
After
yun,
8 years, tumawag siya. Hey, honey, ang visa mo palabas na. So what's your decision? So sabi ko, there is a divine intervention with this. We ask this. Kaya, okay, I will sacrifice everything. And for the sake of family, magsasama tayong dalawa. And then, siyempre ako nung gusto ko na magkaroon ng baby ng aking trophy. And how? Paano? Nasa Italy siya, nasa Pilipinas ako. So doon nagsimula. And then, ito na. I came to Italy.
Grabe.
Then,
sige, tuloy mo bro. Tuloy mo, sorry.
Pagdating ko dito sa Italy, siyempre, ang akala ko, lalaking building. I am imagining Makati. Pagdating ko, wow, ganito lang pala ang Italy. So yun, ikwento ka na ba how I started?
Sige, wait lang. I-ano natin. So, ang pinaka-reason mo talaga was your wife, no? Iba talaga pag loyal, no? Daming nagagawa ng mga taong loyal. No? Kaya dapat dapat loyal tayo sa ating mga partners. And I think I always believe in this na if you know your why, yung how will always be easy eh. And for you, hindi tayo nagkakalayo kasi parang yun din yung reason ko for coming to Dubai. And it's a huge blessing na I am here. And doon nabukas yung mindset ko about financial literacy and investing. Kasi I think meron din tayong pagkakahalintulad, no? Parang mahilig tayo sa sapatos. So, pero mas matindi yung sa'yo. Kasi nakita ko yung collection mo eh. I-share ko yung screen ko ha. And para makita nila kung gaano ka-addict si Aries sa kanyang shoe game. So, ayan no, nakikita nyo ba siya? Grabe, di ba? Ilang pairs to, bro? Ilan to? Dami na ito, ah.
Yan yung start, nag-start ako mag-dyan, bro. Nag-start ako mag-collect, I guess, 6 years ago. But dumating sa point, 179 pairs of Jordans Tapos,
What?
kasi ang kinakalita ko lang Jordans and Kobe eh. So, yung Kobe, marami-rami rin.
Hindi siya
Pero wala.
marami-rami. Napakarami niya, bro. Ano ka ba? Centipede, ha? Centipede. Kasi parang, dahil pa ako nangongolekta ng sapatos before and yung akin was only like 33 pairs. Only lang yun, humble na ano pa yun. Maliit pa lang yung collection na ganun compared sa grabe. 179. Pero nung bang nandiyan ka na sa Italy, ano ba yun? Yung mindset mo noon is ano ba? Nagbago na ba? Naging mas matipid ka ba? Or dun ka mas naging magastos?
Ayun yun ang naging problema bro because aminin man natin na hindi, this is the common problem of every Filipino who goes overseas, no? Yung newfound wealth na tinatawag natin. Siyempre, sa Pilipinas, may sahod ako, malaki-laki rin. Pero compared nung dagdating mo sa Italy times 5, times 10, sa kinikita mo sa Pilipinas, and wala akong anak, and that time, I was not aware of the financial literacy. Wala talaga akong alam. I am a college professor, pero at time deposit lang ang alam ko nun, bro. Frank, time deposit lang ang alam ko. And the worst is, wala pa akong time deposit. So yun.
Alam mo lang pero di mo ginagawa.
Yung nga, alam mo na pero hindi mo alam. Ay, alam mo na pero hindi mo ginagawa. Bakit? Yung sabi nga ni Rose Fausto bakit gets ko na pero di ko magawa. Ayun, yun talaga. And honestly speaking, yung sahod ko dito, I spend it for, alam mo yun, nag-enjoy ako for 2 years buying spree.
Grabe.
Buying.
Oh, parang pati nga yung pagbabike nakaadikan mo, no? And grabe lang. If I may ask, nung pumunta ka ba ng Italy, how young were you back then?
I was 27, 26. Turning 27.
Okay. And you were single, you were with your girlfriend back then, now your wife. And you, ano ba, pati ba siya? Ano din? Spender din ba si partner mo nung time na dumating ka dyan? Pareho kayo ng spending habits?
No. I was just the one who is very crucial. Serial. Serial spender. Siya, order ang misis. Talagang save ng save. Save ng save. So, magkaiba kami ng pananaw. And you know what, bro?
Opposite.
Bakit ganun ang aking pananaw? Because of my mom. Naalala ko lagi, my mother always taught me when I was a kid that if you buy shoes, always buy 2.
Bakit
Kasi
daw?
pag masira daw yung isa, ay para hindi masira daw kaagad yung isa. You swap it, use it, swap. Sinuswap mo. Ang naging problema sa akin, iba yung gets ko, times 2 yung aking naging analysis. Nung bumila ko, ang dami-dami. But anyway, those are my tuition fees in life. Siguro kung I experience those things, ay hindi ko rin narating kung ano man ang meron ako ngayon, bro.
Okay, and na-mention mo 2 years kang ganun. And what made the shift? Bakit nagbago yung mindset mo?
Okay. There was a point in my life where I realized that I was wasting a lot of money already. I was wasting a lot of money. Biruin mo, bro. I have a friend in the Philippines who has a job in the palengke.
Okay.
Nagkakwentuhan kami minsan, sabi niya sa akin, alam mo, bro, Aries, I'm about to buy a new lot. Sabi niya sa akin. Oh, how much is the lot? Around mga 2.8 million, sabi niya sa akin.
Wow.
At the back of my mind, may 2.8 million siya ako wala.
Sana sa palengke, ikaw nandyan.
Kaya nga. So sabi ko, there's something wrong with me. There's something wrong with me and I need to change. And that triggers me na kailangan ko talagang magbago. So ito, I am a very spiritual man. So I prayed a lot kasi ilang beses kong trinay, bro, to change that habit. Pero wala walang nangyayari, babalik ka pa rin. Alam mo yung feeling of missing out, hindi lang sa stock market pati rin sa life. Pag yung mga kasama mo bili ng bili, na naiengganyo ka rin, na sabi ko, kung kaya nila, kaya ko rin. So, I changed something in my life because I really do believe in the saying that there's nothing gonna change in your life if you will not change your life. So yun ang palagi kong sinasabi sa sarili ko. So I started baby steps. Baby
Okay.
steps. There is this video by Dr. Bruce Lipton, if hindi, correct yung name niya, that sabi niya kasi that 95% of our lives was the one that programmed during our first 7 years of life. So sabi ko,
Mm.
yes, I was programmed to be a spender. So
Mhm.
sabi ko, I need to reprogram it. So
Okay.
sabi ni Dr. Bruce, sabi niya, you need to do some repetition. Repetition. Parang kinihipnotize mo ang sarili mo. So, I do repetition. So, ang
Mhm.
ginawa ko, yung sa libro, ito,
Okay,
Secrets
okay,
of the...
ganyan yan. Yan din sana sabihin ko yung kay T. Harv Eker eh. Kasi diyan ko una
Oh,
narinig yun eh.
yan, yung everyday na pagkagising ko
Mhm.
sa umaga, sasabihin ko sa sarili ko, I'm not a spender, I am a saver. Pag matutulog ako
Okay.
ng gabi, I am a spender, I am not a spender, I am a saver. And then sasabihin ko,
Sigurado ka ba? Mali ba?
nabaliktad ko lang. Pero yun, that's a process, bro. It took me a year to do it.
Mhm.
Tapos,
Okay.
every day, nagsisave ako ng piso-piso. 1 euro, 1 euro, 1 euro. And then, until
Wow.
such time that that habit of buying, of spending, changed into saving. Alam mo yun, bro, piso, nangihinayang pa akong gastusin. Yung piso, nasasayangan akong
Sobrahan
gastusin.
na.
Hindi needed, I will not. Kahit piso yan, 50 cents yan, hindi ko gagamitin if not really needed.
Galing. Ang ganda ng transformation mo ha. And tama yung sinabi mo no na yung formation ng isang bata will take 7 years eh. And kung paano ka na program for that first 7 years of your life, most definitely it will affect yung paano ka mag-isip and how you act as you grow older. And mabuti na lang ginawan mo ng paraan. So, nag-start ba 'yon kasi na-FOMO ka dun sa kaibigan mo sa Pinas na palengkero na may 2.9M na property? Was it the first instance na tingnan mo, bakit siya meron ako wala? Napakalaking factor ba nun sa'yo? O
Actually, the real transformation was, di ba, pinag-pray namin yan, no? When my wife got pregnant with my second child. Yung
ah,
time na hindi mo inaasahan. Sabi ko, Diyos ko, paano na ito? I am not yet mentally, financially ready. Pero naalala ko, I had a prayer before. Kasi ang sabi ko, Lord, give me a reason to change. Yun ang pala yung give me a reason to change. And then all of a sudden, it strikes me and then, maaaring ito na yung sagot. And at that moment, bro, I started to change. No, bali, before that, nag-start na akong mag-save pero hindi pa ganun ka-committed. Pero
okay.
time na nalaman ko, yung commitment is 100%. Yung previous is around 85, 75. At that moment, it's already 100%.
So nung dumating na ang yung second child. And I think their names are nilista ko yun dito eh. Sila Isaiah and si Brian, tama ba?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So sino yung mas panganay, si Isaiah or si Brian?
Si Brian, bro. Alam mo yung aking
Mm.
panganay, parang computer yan, na pinoprogram ko na siya. If you go and ask him, what is our priority? He will tell you savings. The second priority is investing. Tanungin mo siya about
Galing.
the stock market, real estate, compounding interest. He will tell you what are those. Yeah, I'm
Compounding
applying
interest.
the first 7 years, no? The first 7 years of the life of anybody starts in that. Kasi nga sabi sa akin ng psychologist dito is the brain of a child is like a sponge
Aha.
na it could absorb everything. Kaya yun,
Ang galing.
naturuan ko na yung aking panganay. And
Oo,
I hope
Sige, bro.
sige lang bro, sige lang.
Hindi, gusto ko sana sabihin, napansin ko na you are a learner in terms of in terms of these things, and pag may binasa ka, ngayon talaga ina-apply mo na siya eh. And ang mga pinapanood mo are also relevant to personal finance and financial literacy and personal change or personal development. Kaya nga I think you are really doing a great job as a father para maging role model for your kids. And gusto ko rin siguro silang ma-interview after mga ilang years. And pakita natin tong usapan natin, no, na we had this conversation and then we look back na yan yung tatay ko, he was doing this to us when you were interviewing him, and look at us now. Yun yung gusto ko sigurong I'll definitely wait for that moment na ma-interview ko si Isaiah and si Brian.
Yes.
And pero nasabi mo kanina, no, yung misis mo was actually a saver. Pero nung nandyan ka ba and you were splurging so much on things na on things that don't really add value to you in the future, no? Parang ano ba, nagkaroon ba kayo ng problema about that? And nung kinasal kayo, naging problema din ba yung parang pagiging huge spender mo versus her being a thrifty wife or partner?
Kasi kaming dalawa, bro, we have what we call allowances. Meron kaming out of our joint income, we give ourselves allowances. So you do whatever you do with your allowance, I do whatever I do with my allowance. So hindi naman kami nagkaroon ng problema, pero ang naging problema lang namin is the space where to put all the shoes. Yun ang
Grabe yung problema na yun. Napakadami mo kasi sapatos, no?
Parang every after 3 weeks, 2 weeks, kasi Marte ako nung bro, ang binibili ko lang is Jordan 1 to 14. Yung sinuot lang ni Michael Jordan. So, it's like every after 3 weeks may lumalabas na bago. May dala-dala ko, sasabihin niya, sapatos na naman. Ang daming kalat ng sapatos dito.
Parang naalala ko nung nangungulekta ko, ganyan na ganyan yung situation ko. Tinatago ko pa sa nanay ko na bumili ako ng bagong sapatos kasi diyan din napupunta yung sweldo ko noon eh. Ngayon bro, gusto ko malaman, paano ba yung ikwento mo naman sa amin yung storya or yung experience ng mga Filipinos diyan na nag-work. Ano bang usual na work ng mga Filipino sa Italy in the first place?
We do domestic, bro. Kahit mataas ang napag-aralan mo sa Pilipinas, hindi mo siya may apply dito sa Italy. Kagaya ko, I have my master degree units. Hindi mo may apply talaga. So you need to start or you need to work like helpers, drivers, gardeners, waiters. Yung talagang mababang klase ng trabaho because alam mo itong mga Italians, they trust only the Italians. Kahit yung ito yung nakikita ko dito, even meron yung mga maswerte, hindi naman lahat. Yung may mga bata dito na dito pinapanganak, pero pagka-graduate nila ng university, ang pinakamataas nilang napupuntahan is yung pagtatrabaho sa mga, ang tawag namin dito, patronato. Yung magtatrabaho ng office and then you will file parang secretary, parang ganun ang pinakamataas. Mga iba may mga doctors din, may mga abogado rin. But in general, yun, hindi mo may apply talaga yung natapos.
Okay. So majority pala yun yung yun yung karanasan diyan. Pero na-mention mo pa rin na kahit naman bilang helper, driver or hardinero, the pay is better pa rin compared sa Philippines, tama ba?
Mas malaki, bro.
Mas malaki talaga.
5.
Wow, oo nga, no? And
mas malaki talaga.
So it's in terms of better compensation, okay naman. Pero in terms of your work, how hard was it for a teacher or a professor na magtrabaho bilang driver and gardener and ano yung isa pa, waiter and all? Nung umpisa mo?
The transition is very hard kasi nga I am used to, alam mo na, trabaho sa school, utak ang nagtatrabaho, not the body. So pagdating ko dito, I have an experience right after 2 weeks after na nandito ako sa Italy. I have a work already. I work for a family of 6 and 1 dog. And then on my first day, I was about to eat. Naalala ko ang aking ulam is adobo. I was about to eat packed lunch. The problem is there's no place for me to go and eat.
Okay.
At hindi ka
Yo.
siguro maniwala, I went and eat doon sa bathroom na nilinisan ko.
What?
Doon ako kumain. At habang kumakain ako, tumutulo ang luha ko. And then my wife called me, "Oh, kumusta ang first day mo?" Then magulgul ako dun sa phone. As in,
What?
umiyak. I could not imagine. Alam ko because my wife is telling me before that your job, pagpunta mo dito ay ganito, ganito. Yes, I know, I
Mm.
know. Pero pag nasubukan mo, yun, ganun pala. Ganun pala. Kaya I am telling to everybody, lalo-lalo na dyan na mga nandyan sa Pilipinas, lahat ng mga ipinapadala sa inyo ng inyong mga relatives, magulang, ate, kuya, anybody, you treasure it. Kasi dugo, pawis at luha ang puhunan namin dyan. Hindi basta-basta ang pera sa abroad. So bro, naiyak talaga ako. At maraming beses akong natanggal sa trabaho because I do not know how to
Mm.
work. I do not know how to work. And that came na talagang I really need to embrace it at kailangan ko talagang mag-adjust. So
Okay.
it's a new learning process again for me.
And
But I am
what made and pero yung pagiging professor mo ba back then is something that you really dreamed of as when you were a child, or may iba ka pang pangarap? And kasi mahirap yun eh, tatalikuran mo yun para sa trabaho na ayaw mo talagang gawin. Pero I think yung naging purpose mo talaga is si wifey mo eh. Pero
I I
ganun ba yung ano?
oh bro, I belong to a family of teachers. So my
Okay.
mom is a teacher. Kaya noong ako'y nasa college, talagang gusto ko na I want to be a college instructor, a professor. I want to be the dean. I want to be like this. Yan ang nasa isip ko. Nagbago lang lahat ang mga yan when yun nga, I married my wife. Pero it's one
Okay.
of my dream. It's one of my dream. And alam mo siguro kung ano yung second dream ko is I want to be an stock market investor.
Yun, nagawa mo naman na yun, right? I mean, you're already doing it.
Yeah.
And meron one thing that I realized in this conversation of ours as we are progressing, no, parang napakalaking bagay na you have someone na you offer your life to then, and also you have a dream that you want to accomplish. Kasi nga parang if you stayed in the Philippines, it's gonna be harder for both of you. And hindi mo rin alam kung anong pwede mangyari in the next coming years, right? And you said
Yeah.
na very important sa yung wife mo and your faith din in God. So parang napansin ko lang dito sa usapan natin na majority of the things that you did are mainly for others eh. I mean, siguro the only thing that you did for yourself would be yung sapatos mo. I think na enjoy mo lang talaga siya
Tapos
nung bago ka diyan. Oo, yun yung ano mo. And mamaya itatackle natin yung mga una mong ginawa to invest, to multiply your money, and also yung mga pagkakamali mo rin sa investments. Gusto ko ring malaman yun kasi very prone tayo mga overseas Filipino sa ganyan. Oo, hindi ka nag-iisa. Pati ako ganyan din ang nangyayari sa akin. So, we'll talk more about that after our break kasi we're already on the 30-minute mark. Grabe, ang bilis ng usapan natin, bro. Parang kulang ang isang oras.
Okay.
So, we'll be right back.
As city living turns more quickly, the need to always be in step with the daily rush has become ever more important. A need that developer Avida Land has chosen to take head-on with their newest development, Avida Towers Verge. Located in Mandaluyong City, Avida Towers Verge gives its residents unparalleled access to key places in the metro. It banners the ideas of access and convergence to make sure that its residents are never too far away from the things that count. Also worth noting is the fact that Mandaluyong is one of the best places at the moment to invest in property, with values continuing to rise due to high consumer demand, making Avida Towers Verge a very worthy investment.
For almost 3 decades, Avida has been providing thoughtfully designed homes in secure communities. And with proximity becoming more and more essential in modern living, they have listened once again with the unmatched location and value proposition of Avida Towers Verge. So now, residents won't ever fear that they are missing out on anything again.
Yon, and we're back. I'm still with Mr. Hardinero, or also known as Aries Baloran. Napagbaligtad ko na. I'm still with Mr. Aries Baloran, also known as Mr. Hardinero, na milyonaryo, of course. And i-greet muna natin ang ating mga viewers out there. Maraming salamat sa panonood ninyo. Andiyan si Miss Gold. Oo,
Yeah,
and
hi.
dyan si Mato. Ayun, kamustahin natin si Miss Gold. Si Miss Michelle is also here. Yes, way to go, Ading. Yan ang sabi niya. And sabi nga ni Mato din, ayan, no, naalala ka daw niya kay Miss Salves program. And also Matthew is watching. Bro, maraming salamat sa yung suporta mo palagi. And eto, sabi ni Mato, The Power of Habit, the book, it says na it will take 120 days to form a new habit. Grabe, ang tagal nun ano. And for you, no, inabot ka ng 1 year to officially or finally change your spending habits. Naging naging investor na yung iyong habit, and then until yung mindset mo is nagtuloy-tuloy na. So, tanong ko ngayon bro, no, ano ba yung mga, doon nagsisimula ka sa iyong investment journey, ano yung mga investment vehicle na sinubukan mo? And nagkaroon ka ba ng mga moments na scam ka ng mga dyan sa Italy or what?
Hindi naman sa scam, maingat ako dyan, bro. Pero ito
Okay.
yung ginawa ko before entering sa investment. I look up eh.
Mm.
So sabi ko, gusto kong maging ganito. Gusto kong kasi I have a student before in AMA. Pangalan niya is Dodi. Shout out kay ate. And shout out din kila best friend ko, si Mary Gold and Ate Michelle. They are based in Italy.
Yun,
In Dubai. Excuse me.
nasa Dubai sila, okay.
So
Hello sa inyo dyan.
may student before na who is mentoring me even this time because she's also a maid in Hong Kong na,
Okay.
nakapangasawa ng Hong Kong national and they become stock traders and investors. So, ito yung mga tao naging inspiration ko and I asked them. And then I went to the Mount Rushmore of financial education in the Philippines. So up there, I see Rex Mendoza, Marvin Guillermo, of course, my nanay. Ang tawag ko sa kanya nanay, pero hindi niya alam na nanay. Ang tawag ko sa kanya si Ma'am Salve Duplito. And others, Wealth Archie guys, and everything. Sabi ko, I want to be like them. I want to be like them. So, yung kanilang mga advices, ginawa ko yun, but it's little by little. No? So I started investing, bro. My very first investment was in the Pag-ibig MP2.
Okay.
Because ito, hindi ko siguro maniwala, my wife is a saver, but not a risk taker.
Okay, conservative si wife.
Oh, conservative siya. So ayaw niya yung mga ganyan before. So sabi ko sa kanya, okay, para hindi tayo maging, yung ating pananaw ay magkaiba, ganito gawin natin, let's try. So we tried to put in Pag-ibig MP2. And then nung nakita niya yung aming kinitang dividends, and then sabi, okay, let's go, full blast.
Yun na, let's do this.
Ang sabi na niya sa akin ngayon, bakit hindi ka pa bumibili ng ganitong stock? Bakit hindi ka pa bumibili ng ganito?
Siya na ngayon yung nahilig sa investments.
Siya na ngayon. So yun, I started sa MP2 and then we have also some investments sa cooperative. Malaki rin ang binibilay. We have also in the time deposits. We have also UITF, we have in real estate.
Okay.
We have naman. So yun, we started baby steps talaga, baby steps. Kasi ang pagyaman naman ay napag-aaralan. Kasi kung minsan ang problem ng maraming Filipino is if you ask them, do you want to be rich? Ang sasabihin nila sa iyo, yes, how? How ka agad eh? No,
PM is the key daw. PM is the key.
Yeah, PM is the key. Dapat why? You know your purpose. Yan yung purpose.
Exactly.
And for me, my simple purpose or the big, yung sinasabi ni Brother Bon, emotional why, for me is I want to be a blessing to my family and I want to be a blessing to others. In that way, money will become good. Diba? Ang alam natin is money is good. But if that is your emotional why, I think money will become good. So if you ask me, do you want to be rich? Yes.
Yes.
So I will be a blessing to others. Alam mo yung bro, yung pagiging blessing sa family, yung darating yung time that you will be on a retirement at hindi ka
Mhm.
na kailangan humingi sa inyong mga anak. Hindi ka na
Mhm.
nila aalahan. I think
Mm.
that's the greatest blessing that I could give to my children. So I am
Mhm.
going to do it. I am going to do it no matter what, whatever it takes.
Ang galing, nakaka-inspire yung story mo kasi nakaka-relate din ako, eh. That was 5 years ago nung, namulat yung mga mata ko sa katotohanan na kailangan ko na talaga ayusin yung finances ko. And kinikilabutan ako nung sinasabi mo yung mga pangalan nila Miss Salve, nila Wealth Arky kasi pareho tayo, eh. I was also inspired by the things that they're doing on social media na hindi nila alam nakakatulong talaga sila sa mga tao. And kaya ako nagkaroon ng ganitong podcast is because gusto ko mag-pay it forward sa kanila and fini-feature ko sila isa-isa kasi gusto ko makilala ng mga Filipinos dito sa UAE na sila yung nakatulong sa akin para mabago yung mindset ko in terms of my financial spending or investing kung ano man yung mga natutunan ko sa kanila. And that's also how, yun nga, pati ikaw I invited you here kasi nga I know na doon din yun din yung makakatulong sa ibang tao eh. Through your story, marami kang ma-inspire na okay, kaya ko pa rin palang ayusin yung finances ko. Even nandito na ako sa stage na parang lubog na ako sa utang, ganyan. And by the way, talking about utang, nagkaroon ka rin ba ng problema sa debts? Kasi that's very common to many overseas Filipinos.
It's a mortgage, bro. It's not about the debt. It's a
Okay.
mortgage.
So it's a
Kasi ito
good
ay
debt. Mhm.
pandemic. Nagkaroon kami ng problem. Kasi nga, 'di ba, may binili kaming lupa in the Philippines.
Aha.
Uh, if I am in the Philippines, I could pay it immediately. Pero ang problem kasi
Mhm.
wala naman ako sa Pilipinas. And yun pala
Mhm.
isa sa mga tekniko, hindi ako nagho-hoard masyado ng pera dito sa Italy. Ina-invest ko sa
Okay.
Pilipinas kahit hindi ko magalaw. So ang sabi ni
Hmm.
Mrs., paminsan-minsan kailangan sumakit din ang ulo natin. It's a good problem naman, di ba? Sabi niya sa akin. So
Oo.
okay, let's buy it. And then sabi namin sa ninong namin, if we could buy it in tranches. So
Aha, aha.
buy naman siya, 120,000 in every 3 months. So okay naman, di
Mm.
ba? So
Mm.
okay siya. And then biglang dumating ang pandemic. Yan. Dumating sakit sa ulo. Pero alam mo, what saves us is our emergency fund. We have
Yun.
emergency fund. Kaya yung hindi dapat galawin, hindi namin nagalaw. And with God's
Mhm.
grace, by 2020, alam mo na, because of stocks, lumaki ang ating net worth because of that.
Mm.
Ang
Okay.
akala ko nga wala na eh, pero nung tinyek ko, wow, ganito pala. So,
Mm.
yun, better have emergency fund. Yun lang naman ang naging problem namin ng aking asawa. Yung
Oh,
paano kaya, yung stress, yung paano kaya. But at the end of the day, yung word na paano, how, it
aha,
will
aha.
teach you how to be creative. Yan, how to be creative.
Exactly.
Yan. At napagkasya naman namin at may sumobra pa at yun ang ginamit namin to invest and then lumaki talaga siya.
Ang galing. And when you ask the right questions, you definitely get better answers eh. Like, instead of worrying na paano ko kaya, ano kayang mangyayari, ano kaya may pandemic, ano kaya mangyayari sa atin bukas. Pero ang tanong ninyo is paano natin gagawa ng paraan itong pandemic na to. And ganda na mention mo na about the emergency funds kasi yan yung karamihan na wala ang bawat Filipino eh. Siguro konti lang, yung mga meron nakapag-save niyan. And mas marami ngayon talaga nalubog sa utang because of what is happening, because of the pandemic. And kanina nga no, gusto ko parang sabihin dahil ang ganda nung strategy na ginawa mo to encourage your partner na mag-invest kasi nag-start ka with MP2. And doon nakita niya, okay, kumikita pala tayo dito. So, na-motivate din siya, na-inspire siya na mag-start na rin mag-invest unti-unti. Kasi I think yung iba gusto agad yung high risk eh. And mabuti hindi mo kasi yung iba parang ini-impose agad na okay, dito mo ilagay yung pera mo, ito yung magkakaroon ng magandang returns and all. Pero sa'yo, you were patient as well with your partner and you understood yung kanyang risk tolerance na very conservative and dun mo nilagay yung pera nyo.
Alam mo, if you are familiar with the parable of the talents,
Mm.
it's, God, yung talent na yun, this is the wisdom of Dodong Kakanando.
Mhm, mhm.
Yung talent na yun is not about singing talent, cooking talent. if you research it in the internet, ang talent na yun is 16 years of a laborer's salary. So kung sa Pilipinas 200 or 400 yung minimum, 16 years is 1.6 million. So God will give you talent according to your ability.
Yon.
Kahit ikaw ang dami mong natapos sa buhay, mas tingnan mo may mga taong mas malaki pa yung income nila even they in the palengke, fishball kaysa dun sa mga professionals. Why? Because of the ability. It's not on the talent. So dapat concentrate on our ability. Kahit maliit yung talent o yung money na meron tayo, if we invest first in knowledge, lalaki yan for sure. Lalaki yan for sure. Huwag dapat mag-apura. Kasi parang sa kanyan sa seed, lagyan mo ng maraming fertilizer during the germination, mamamatay yung seed. Pero little by little, lagyan mo ng water patiently, it will grow. Ganun ang pag-build ng wealth in my own perspective naman.
Of course, and I think there's so much value in what you said kasi nagawa niyo siya eh. And kahit sabihin mo na you've read all the books pero you still haven't actually achieved the things na nandun or what, then baliwala din. Maganda sinabi mo about yung gifts and talents and then also investing on abilities. Kasi nga tama kay I agree with that. Napakaraming talentadong Pilipino or mga tao na lang in general. Pero hindi sila nagpo-prosper financially or what na naging successful kasi nga yung abilities nila hindi nila hino-hone or hindi nila ini-improve pa. Kaya I always agree with whatever it is that you're saying. And dito sa ating comment section, may nagsabi sa YouTube na, ayan, si Miss Kathleen daw ay nakaka-relate kasi typical overseas Filipino experience ang umiyak sa unang sabak sa abroad. Yon, and sabi ni Miss Kring, thank you so much daw sa iyong story kasi nakaka-inspire. And si Miss Lorraine, one of my favorite parables, love the analogy. Yon. And bro, kanina nasabi mo, no, ang dami mong mga ginagawa dyan sa Italy. Like, ano pa yung mga side hustle mo dyan? In addition to being a hardinero.
I do sushi.
Oh, sushi, okay.
And then nagde-deliver ako sa sushi namin. Pag normal, ibig sabihin walang pandemic, I do a waiter, part-time naman. Nagwe-waiter ako. Nagwe-waiter ako sa gabi.
Grabe, no? Ang dami mong energy na ma-maximize mo talaga yung energy mo dyan sa Italy. And may nagtanong kanina may nagtanong sa akin, ang ano mo daw ba, ang puno ba na gina-garden mo is money tree? Kasi ang dami daw pa.
You know the reason, bro, kung bakit ganun ako na magtrabaho? Because I really do believe that work is a blessing. It's not a curse. No? It's not a bless. It's a blessing. Kasi nga, kung hindi ka magtrabaho, okay, Bible again, in the First Thessalonians, I forget the verse at the chapter, it said there that if you will not work, you will not eat. Diba? And work, bro, the product of work is abundance. If you work, I am not telling hard work. I am telling about work lang. Because hard work sometimes it's overrated sa financial.
Yeah.
Work has a product, and that is abundance. So if you want to have an abundance, you need to work for it. Ito yung itinuro sa video ni Rex Mendoza. No? If you want to do something, you clench your fist and you say you must. No, you must. Pero sabihin mong, I try. Lumalambot eh. I try. Lumalambot. So, if you work for it, you tell to yourself, I must. So, yun ang sinasabi ko, di ba, pagod na ako nag-waiter. Kasi gusto ko na mag-give up. And I will tell to myself, no. I must. Because I have a dream. I have a scoreboard. Malayo pa ako dun sa aking gustong marating. So, that's the reason bakit ako nag-work hard, bro. Kasi kabata pa tayo.
Tama yung sinabi mo, no, na yung narrative natin, let's say, if you tell yourself that I want to try or I should have been doing this, and instead of saying those things, tell yourself na I must do this, I must do that. Kasi nga, when you tell yourself na it is a must, then it goes to show na you will try to find ways. Kasi nga, alam mo sarili mo na kailangan siyang gawin eh. Parang by hook or by crook, ito dapat kong gawin. Kasi nga, you know the value of whatever it is that you want to accomplish. And you talked about the goal. So, paano ka nagiging motivated na tapusin or i-accomplish mo yung goals mo? And you mentioned na meron ka palang vision board, no? That's one of the things that you have na ginagawa. And last week, ganun din sinabi sa akin ng guest ko na meron siyang vision board na each time na tinatanggal niya yung mga nakadikit doon, merong feeling of accomplishment sa kanya. So, ganun din yun sa'yo?
Oh, bro. Alam mo, yung mga million mga yan, those are just for me, are just scores. Scores lang ang mga yan. So, if you reach your first million, it's just a score. For me, I have a target. So, once I reach that million, okay, I move on to another million. Because those are scores. And if you will see in our goals, that's 2035, malapit na yan. So I do really need to work, no? Kasi kailangan nating marating yan to crook or by at least lumapit man lamang tayo. But you know, I have those strategies already. I talk with my wife, ganito ang gawin natin. And then I ask the experts how to do it. Kasi meron tayong mga mentors. And I listen to my mentors on what they are saying. And the most important is yung grit, the discipline, and the perseverance to do it. Kasi you must be committed. Yung word na commitment, talagang very important yan in achieving your financial goals. Eh, hindi pera ang habol natin, it's goals. It's goals.
Okay. Ang galing kasi sabi mo 2035, malapit na yan. Sa ibang taon, tagal pa niyan. Pepetics muna ako, babanjing muna ako kasi it's just ilang years pa parang it's 14 years from now Pero sa'yo, grabe. And nakita ko tong hashtag na to, whatever it takes. Gustong-gusto ko tong hashtag na to. Yes. Do everything, whatever it takes. Kahit ano mangyari, kahit magka-pandemic ng 2021 na COVID, gagawin pa rin ng paraan. And parang napansin ko dito sa vision board mo, drawing siya ng bata. Does it mean na ini-involve mo yung... Hindi ikaw nag-drawing nito? Tama ba ako?
No.
Involved ang family mo sa goal setting mo, sa personal goal setting mo.
Hindi lang ako, ang drawing ko lang dyan, bro, are yung mga stocks, mga pero usually, ayan is the combination ng my wife and my eldest. Yeah, and my eldest. So, yung eldest ko, siya yung Brian, alam na niya that he wants to be an investor someday. He wants to finish his studies in top 5 schools in the Philippines. Ayan. So, anyway, he must be, sabi niya sa akin, I want to do sports. Ayan. So, you do it, you draw it. And then, kasi magaling siya mag-drawing. So, yan, drawing niya. Siya rin ang nag-drawing dyan sa kanyang kapatid kasi bata pa 2 years.
Ang galing. Nakakatuwa to kasi nga nakikita ko yung involvement nung family mo. Hindi siya something na ikaw lang yung gumawa. And nakikita nila yung buy-in or merong buy-in from your family members na kasama mo kami sa pangarap mo and tutulungan ka namin. Parang very few sa mga Filipinos yung ganyan
Para akong marketer sa na I need to sell.
And ito siguro tanong ko sa'yo before we come to a close. So, paano mo na-encourage yung mga anak mo na maging investor?
Okay. According ito ay isa sa mga greatest lesson that I had learned from Miss Salve. That money is not the most important thing, but it allows us to do the most important. So, what I am doing right now is I am setting a good example to them to follow.
Okay.
By means of work, by means of my attitude, by means of my actions towards financial, I know na nakikita nila yon. And paano ko sila tinuturuan? I teach them regularly. No? For example, sana no, there's a peer pressure sa school. Kagaya ng last week sabi ng ating panganay, Daddy, alam mo yung aking friend, meron siyang cellphone. Bakit ako wala? I told him, oh, good for him. Ano yung usapan natin? When you are 11 years old, dun ka pala magkaka-cellphone, di ba? Yes, Daddy, I know. Tinuturo ko sa kanila. And then, gumawa ako ng SALN. Ito yung advice sa akin ni Master Vera. Gumawa ako ng SALN. And every time na naglalagay ako ng pera sa kanilang mutual fund, pinapakita ko sa kanya, oy, Brian, ito yung pera mo. I put this amount of money. And then, since marunong naman siya mag-count, okay, Daddy, grazie. Daddy, thank you. And then, palagi niyang tinatanong, Daddy, kumusta na ang aking pera? Because I am telling him, if you save money now and let it grow, kahit anong toys pwede mo nang bilhin. And then he will ask me, Daddy, nag-grow na ba yung pera ko? I want to buy new. Pero tinuturo ko niyan is the patience. Yung patience, mag-antay siya.
Love it, oh. Grabe. Parang naturo lang sa amin nun is mag-save at mag-save. Wala naman about investing. Pero that's actually a great start for kids to value money. Patience, and then you work for it. I mean, napakalaking bagay nun na naintindihan yun at a very young age kasi yan din yung most definitely gagawin nila pagtanda eh. So, and oo. And being, di ba, one of the things na best way to influence people is through modeling. And I think nandun yun sa libro din ni T. Harv Eker, right? Na instead of just yung verbal conditioning, meron ding modeling na pwede nating gawin. And ikaw mismo, na since alam mo, nagagayahin ka nga ng mga anak mo in the future, you make sure na yung finances mo are in order, they're placed at the right place para hindi mag-suffer ang family. And like what ito sabi ni Mato, no, sabi mo ang galing ng orientation ni bro sa mga kids niya, as in, oo. And of course ako, I also wanna have my kids of my own, and I'll definitely interview you again for that topic para mas maintindihan kasi ikaw na yung nandun eh. You are a mentor in that regard sa pagtuturo ng financial literacy sa kids. And may sinabi dito si Miss Kathleen. Ito siguro one of the last few questions that we have for this evening. How do you see yourself 10 years from now? To both. Ako na lang muna. So ako siguro 10 years from now, in-interview ko na si Brian, yung anak ni ni Aries. And ako, I would always be continuing this advocacy on financial literacy kasi nga I know how important it is. I've seen and experienced the effect of improving my personal finances, and also how it has made a difference to many people and to many Filipinos here in this part of the world. So ikaw bro, how do you see yourself 10 years from now? Parang interview question lang sa trabaho, no?
I will be very excited with that. But 10 years from now, I will still the same, but much better Aries Baloran, you know. If there's one thing na gusto kong mangyari sa akin from 10 years from now is that I hope I will be a savvy investor. I will be I am a savvy investor.
Yes.
Pala dapat kino-commit na natin yan eh.
Present na, oo.
So yun lamang bro. And I want to be like you. I want to be the others. I want to be like Ma'am Salve and the others, you know. I want also to be a part of this financial literacy advocacy. I want to be a voice also for all the people that, you know, alam mo, ito yung mali sa ating lahat na sa mga OFWs that ang akala nila you could work forever sa abroad. Tatanda rin tayo. So yun lang, dapat we must be aware. And I look myself 10 years from now as a financial literacy advocate pa rin. Nothing this.
And I mean, dito sa mga gantong interviews, you are already changing people's lives. I mean, kung kahit konti man yan, nanonood or nakikinig, pero if you change that person's life, who knows, that person might change 100 people's lives because of the things that you taught them. So definitely, I really hope na ituloy mo yung pagiging advocate ng financial literacy kasi that's what I also want for many Filipinos, na maging voice ng tamang pagmamanage ng finances natin. And bro, since this ang aking program is all about purpose-driven finance, the last question that I always ask my guests here is that how do you want to be remembered in terms of how you manage your finances? Although I think it's obvious na, pero I wanna hear it from you.
Well, as I've said, no, money is not the most important thing, but it allows us to do the most important. So I want to be remembered as a person, even in the most little way, I become a blessing to others.
Mhm.
Because yun nga, that's one of my why. Why I want to be rich is that I want to be a blessing to others. And in
Mhm.
order for me to be a blessing to others, I must set a good example. And I hope I will be able to touch people's life by means of showing to them how to achieve goals by doing the right thing.
Mhm.
Yun lamang. I want to be a blessing to others. And by means of doing this, I will be able to touch the lives of these people, change
Mhm.
their mindset about money. I will be very happy. I will be very
Okay.
happy.
Very well said and done as well, bro. I mean, I also agree with what you said na money is a tool to help so many people. It's a blessing that we can give not just to ourselves but also to others. And kung ano man yung ginagawa mo ngayon, I really pray na you continue it. I pray for improved health or whatnot. And ito, sabi ni Gold, ayan, no, you are a blessing to me. Yan, no? So thank you for doing this, and thank you for being an inspiration to so many people. So brother, saan ka ba nila pwedeng ma-reach sa social media if ever na they wanna learn more about you and the things that you're doing? Ano bang iyong social media handle?
Yeah, I have a page which is Mr. Hardinero is the name. Mr.
Ayun.
Hardinero on Facebook. I randomly, hindi naman kasi palagi, na nagpo-post ako ng mga videos, but I try my best to post videos. That's my page, the Hardinero. But I hope
Mm.
you will learn something from it. Yung, alam niyo itong mga learnings na sineshare ko dito comes from these people that I look up. Kasi meron akong tinatawag na Justice League of Financial
Mm.
Literacy. So yung mga
Nice.
ni Rex Mendoza, which I called him the Superman. Salvo
Aha.
Duplito is the Wonder Woman. Marvin Garmo is
Mhm.
the Flash. Rian Sigloma is the Batman. Rangel Chongson is the Robin and everything. The Green Lantern. Ganun, I have my superheroes. So kung ano
Okay.
yung mga natutunan ko sa kanila, I am sharing it to them in that page, in the Mr. Hardinero
Yun.
page.
Yun, Justice League pala. Sabi ko sana ikaw si Nick Fury, kaya lang Avengers pala yun. So, hindi siya hindi siya relevant. Okay. So bro, maraming salamat sa oras mo and sa time na binigay mo sa ating audience. And I'm sure ang dami nilang natutunan. And definitely that wraps our episode for tonight. So I really hope na you gained a lot of wisdom from Aris. And sana itong episode natin inspired you to keep going and improve your finances. I know it's tough right now, pero it's gonna be tougher if we start quitting, and we wanna make sure na maging successful ang ating pagmamanage ng finances, kasi definitely yung mga actions natin today can either benefit us or harm us in the future. So what kung nahihirapan ka ngayon, panoorin mo tong live na ito uli and be inspired of how Aris has changed his mindset and his actions as well. Okay, and if you missed the entire episode of this session, you can definitely listen to this on my Parent Purpose podcast through Spotify, Anchor, and Apple Podcast. And don't forget to follow Purpose Driven Finance sa Facebook, IG, and LinkedIn. And also, si Mr. Hardinero sa Facebook, i-follow nyo na sila. Siya lang pala. I-follow nyo na siya now na. So once again, ito ulit si Kuya Jay, kasama ko si Aries Baloran, telling you to prosper with a purpose. See you next week. Salamat, brother.
My pleasure.
Thank you.